Good morning, Sunshine Bear. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello, my friends. Good morning and happy Thursday. Today is April 16th. It is day 32 of quarantine. We have passed the 1 month mark. Heaven help us all. There's not really an end in sight either, but we're just going to keep on trekking along. Welcome to a good old-fashioned what I eat in a day to lose weight video. I am working very hard at trying to stay on track and eat food that fuels my body well and in theory helps me lose a little bit of weight while I am stuck here in quarantine. I have been watching the scale go up and down and up and down, and I believe that is because of the more sedentary lifestyle that both my husband and I have had to adapt because of quarantine. And we were even talking about it yesterday. I still get my 10,000 steps in and everything, but some of them come from the use of my under-desk elliptical. And I'm convinced that the calorie burn and the activity expenditure from that is just not as good as being able to go out and run errands. And my husband's like, well, your life hasn't really changed all that much. Yes, it has, in that I'm the one that normally does all the errands. I am the homemaker. I go out and buy the groceries. I go out and do the dry cleaning and all that jazz, right? And I don't have the opportunity to do that. While I'm out, I make sure I'm walking the perimeters of the stores and getting some steps in. I park further away in the parking lots. If I have to run an errand that involves a retail store, I'll go over to the mall, and you better believe I spend extra time there at the mall just walking around to get more activity in outside of going to the gym, which, by the way, we're not going to the gym either. I'm still working out. I'm doing Beachbody workouts, but the fact of the matter is my overall energy expenditure has changed, and it's making weight loss a lot harder. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I'm noticing, finally, starting to notice that things are toning up nicely, but the scale is not changing, which is infuriating. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it is what it is, and there are people that are struggling to not stress eat everything in the kitchen, and while I'm doing pretty okay with that, outside of Easter, which is something I'll talk about in a little bit, and I did touch on in my live stream on Tuesday, outside of Easter, I've been pretty on track as well, which has been fine. So we're just kind of trucking along here, but I'm still making mindful decisions and trying to fuel my body appropriately. So today I am sharing with you what I'm eating in quarantine to lose weight. A couple things you need to know about me. The plan that I follow for weight loss is on the app itrackbites. It is the carb conscious plan, and that is the equivalent of the old Weight Watchers Points Plus plan before Smart Points were even a thing. So that is the plan that I lost 57 pounds on. It is the plan that I absolutely adore. I feel the most balanced, the most satiated, and the least deprived while being able to lose some weight. It's a lot harder this time around, but that's actually probably a story and a video for another day. Am I right? Like losing weight again, as opposed to the first time. But anyway, welcome to my vlog. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is a second cup of coffee kind of day. Sure is. Here we go. All right, so while I'm sipping away at my coffee, getting ready, mentally and emotionally and physically for my workout, I did a couple of other things. First, I created my vat of lemon water, which is something I haven't done in a while, but I want to start because I've been drinking so stinking much that I need a little bit of variation in my life. So all this is lemon juice. Literally, I filled up until about here. Just straight lemon juice, and then the rest with water. So now I have lemon water. Happy day. And it's just a little something different. One could argue about the benefits of lemon water. Some people say it's detoxifying and really stinking good for you. And if it is, great. I'm here for it. If it's not, it still tastes really good. So it's something that I use just to get a little bit of variation in my day, because I do, in fact, drink at least a gallon of water every single day. And then I whipped this up. I have been back on the Avantra Slim train. You guys might remember that I talked about this ages ago, along with the pre-workout that I use. This is by the brand WM Nutrition. And what Avantra Slim is a potato protein that's supposed to act as an appetite suppressant. And it also has 80 milligrams of caffeine in it, which is fantastic. But most importantly, the drink mixes taste really, really good. This one is strawberry daiquiri, as you can see. Does it actually help with the appetite suppressing? Yeah, I kind of believe it does, actually. So what I've been doing is, I don't know why the camera is not focusing. We are not friends today, camera. Come on, there you go. I've been drinking this in the morning before I eat my breakfast. So like kind of as my pre-workout, because I'm just coming off a coffee, so I don't necessarily need like a 200 milligram caffeine pre-workout or anything. So I've been drinking this pre and during my workout. I do not count this in my water intake for the day, but I do find it also allows me to delay breakfast a little bit longer, which has been incredibly helpful when I'm stuck at home all day long with the food. So I've been doing that. I now have lemon water, I'm finishing my coffee, and getting ready to work out. Just in case you need me to remind you what my most pro tip of all the pro tips is, pre-track your day. While I've been hanging out here in the kitchen, that's literally what I did. I looked around, I'm like, what am I having for dinner? I knew what I was having for dinner because we cooked it yesterday. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to have for lunch, what might be a good breakfast, all that jazz. And you guys, I managed to pre-track a perfect day on plan, including an Eat Me Guilt-Free bar and including a healthy eating all the time and go bar. I clocked in at 200 calories underneath my goal, exactly my points goal, using no rollovers or weeklies, whatever the heck they're called. And then my macros, let me tell you how to, switch the macros. So you go to profile and you go to settings. I don't know why it keeps blurring out on me. Then you go to settings again. Then you go to secondary metric. This is my favorite feature of itrackbites. So now I switched my secondary metric to macros. Now where the heck am I going? You would think I'd know by now. It's very hard to do in the lens of, there you go. So now you can see I have my macros as well. And I have a hefty, hefty protein goal. So if I decide to use some of my weekly points, I have 13 weeklies remaining, which is great. It would behoove me to use them on something that has protein in it, like a Built Bar or something. I'd go a little bit closer to my calories. Like I said, I have about 200 left before I'm at the low end of my calorie goal. Yeah, and so I could do a protein thing, which would be great. But other than that, perfectly on track, feeling really good about that. And in all seriousness, the best part about the fact that I just went through and pre-tracked my day is I don't have to think about it anymore. I do not have to think about food. I do not have to think about what I'm going to eat, what's going to fit into my bites for the day. It's all done. It is all done. So now the only thing I have left to do is make no more food decisions unless I want to eat some fruit. I've already been like, I could eat some frozen blueberries as a snack because that would be a couple more calories but 0 bites or points, whatever you want to call them, which would be great. Or I can have some carrots. Like I thought about like, if I got hungry and needed a little something something, what would I eat? So I've thought about that, but every other food decision for the day is made. It's done. So now all I have to do is be in control of this stomach of mine and this brain of mine and make the choice to stick to these decisions. All right, my breakfast of champions at 10:30 a.m. is the healthy eating all the time and go bar, chocolate, peanut butter, granola, oat bar thing. The stats are sound: 9 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, 22 carbs, 6 of which are fiber. This is my all-time favorite bar by this company, and this company is outstanding, owned by world's sweetest woman, and I'm not even joking, and it's so good. This is 5 bites for me on the carb conscious plan, which is points plus. Oh my gosh, it is my favorite thing ever. It was just the most satisfying breakfast in the world, and now I am pumped up and ready to go work out. If you guys want to get your hands on some of these bars, I do have a discount code. I get nothing from it other than the satisfaction of knowing I sent business the owner's way. Diva Divine-12 will get you 12% off. Worth it. This is a small business worth supporting in these times, and all times, but for sure in these times, my friends. So stinking delicious. So I totally changed my lunch plans around because my latest PR box from Daily Harvest showed up. They just released a bunch of flatbreads, and by a bunch, I mean 3. But this is what they look like. Oh my gosh, full of so many good for you things. And the crusts are vegetable based, and everything is vegetable based, and it sounds so good. So the 3 flavors they launched with the cauliflower flatbread is tomato and crimini, like the mushrooms. Here are the ingredients: virgin olive oil, flax seeds, onion, basil, sea salt. Like the purest of ingredients lists. Broccoli, artichoke hearts, cassava root flour. Can we just... This is the one that I'm cooking, so this is the one that it's going to happen right here. One thing of note is the serving size is only half of the flatbread, so to devour the whole thing, you have to double it. It is 7 bites for me, which is totally fine. I'm going to swap it out, and I had like a 5-bite dinner or lunch planned, and now it's 7. No big deal. And then we have kale and coriander. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to try this. So here we go. The latest and greatest from Daily Harvest. You guys know I love my Daily Harvest. I do still have a code that is active. If you want $25 off of your first box, go ahead and use this code right here. They have so many cool things on here now. It's not just smoothies. All right, for anybody curious, this is what it looks like out of the oven. I'll let you know my thoughts. All right, so this was actually really, really good. The crust didn't crisp up in the middle quite as much as it did around the edges, which made it a little bit harder to eat, but you know what? It was really, really tasty. And I felt really positive about all of the good. Like, obviously it tasted like vegetables because it was nothing but a crap ton of vegetables, but I felt so good about the healthy food I was putting in my body that it made me feel really good. And then I ate this for dessert. The Eat Me Guilt Free, which is one of my obsessions lately, full video review coming soon, my friends. I tried a new flavor to me. This is not a new flavor for them, but new to me, just arrived today. Da-da-da! Red velvet. It was so good. It was so good. And it's 5 bites on the carb conscious plan. Let's see if I can get this to focus. And if you see, it had 20 grams of protein in it, 15 carbs, 7 fat, like no fiber, but you know, it's fine. For a dessert, like this is a legit dessert supplement because you need to supplement your desserts. Dessert replacement for me, and I have been loving them. Like, I love them so much, I subscribed to a monthly subscription of the Galaxy Brownie ones because they're that good. All right, here is dinner. This is just leftovers from last night's dinner that I ended up adding something to. So the pasta's leftover. That is simply balanced organic pasta for 5 bites. The veggies are 0. The sauce is 0. I don't track spaghetti sauce as anything. And I have 3 bites of cheese on here. And then I cut up a Gilbert's Caprese chicken sausage on here, which is also 3 bites. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bites total for dinner. So one thing I am doing to help keep my nighttime munchies at bay is I am 100% restarting the use of a fasting timer again. So I am using my Zero app. It's called Zero, pretty little like orange clouds or something on the app, and it is a free intermittent fasting timer, and I have it set for a 14-hour fast. I started at 7 p.m. so I will go until at least 9 a.m. and a little bit later if my body lets me. So I'm just doing that to curb the nighttime munchies and everything because now kitchen is closed. Nothing else food-wise is passing through these lips, and the day is done with 1 point over and 1 meal change. Not too shabby. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today, seeing a little bit of what I eat on the carb conscious plan, and I'll see you next time.